On the line, I have Michelle Phillips, who's a tax attorney at a Tax Consulting SA. Now, this is after, they did some research and realized that trends are being witnessed by the property market and tax specialists like themselves point to South Africa experiencing somewhat of a return of those who have left. Of course, we are seeing people leave the country, going to look for opportunities elsewhere, but people are also coming home. And we asked Michelle to help us just unpack this trend and exactly what it means for us all. Michelle, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Good evening, Tando. Thank you for having me. Yes,
let's talk about reverse immigration and just the trends that we're seeing there.
Yes, we've definitely seen a number of individuals returning to South Africa, and we see a scenario where they have placed their tax affairs on the back burner after immigrating, usually with the intention that they won't be returning to the SARS tax net in future. However, even though tax returns may have been diligently filed while abroad, this doesn't guarantee that the process was completed accurately from a compliance perspective. So it's a good idea to have all your ducks in a row before making that return.
Do we know why people are returning at this time?
So there's various reasons for the return at this stage. One of the major factors is the cost of living abroad. Property is much more affordable in South African side. And obviously the sorely missed South African sunshine. Anyone will tell you the weather here is much better than on the other side.
And then another interesting thing I think to find out, Michelle, would be, is it, people, how long people might leave for? Is it people who've left a long time ago? So we're seeing also the tax matters, dating back quite a bit. Or is it people who've left in recent time?
Oh, that definitely varies. We see across the board both scenarios. There isn't specifically one or the other. Both scenarios we have come across, yes.
And also very keen to find out about the things that people should possibly know before leaving South Africa or even before they come back when it comes to tax. I think can certainly be a blind spot.
Yes, so we definitely assist people that are moving across abroad, and there are a lot of factors to consider depending on obviously what assets and liabilities you have in your portfolio. That's a good starting point. So in terms of returning to South Africa, you would like to have a clean slate before coming back into the country. So you would like to make sure that an expert has a look at your properties abroad, whether you have foreign companies, whether you are going to intend to be working from South Africa, whether this is going to be for retirement purposes. So all those factors are important.
And before I let you go, also just keen to find out about where people are coming back from. Is it, the typical territories, Australia, UK, the US? Are there specific places where people are leaving to come back home?
I don't have that information on hand, but I would imagine mostly from Europe at this stage.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us for this, Michelle. I think you've given us a new perspective here on people coming back home at 1919. That's Michelle Phillips. She's tax attorney at a Tax Consulting SA.